Guswa wuti no ma yenam wase adofo na yema mu nyina akwa aba emfa momra Ekosiisen so wuti yen na if you feel passionate about any of the issues I here discuss here ubetimi ede wadwentre about do that via our WhatsApp number 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. There's this video so I trending with social media. Now apparently you say a gay couple be so mabe ware wa Ghana house a day in semna kwa na bebre and I mean it's been all over social media. Nipa bebre now so they are sending me TikTok link. Matter say video ne trendy on TikTok into nkofo bebre e the video no ascend me ye bar studio high would talk about that later and may, if possible, show you the video because it's all over the place. I mean, Osha, it was a mami, you know, and I hear they are very popular on TikTok. But I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. You know, it's really crazy. Enti eno one video or sisi also na yenya information from the finance ministry about the multi-dimensional poverty index report in the Ministry of Finance and de aba where through the government statistician almost say multi-dimensional poverty is falling in Ghana. It declined from 24.9% in 2024 quarter 4 to 23.9% in 2025 quarter 1 and further down to 21.9% by 2025 Q3. Over 360,000 people moved out of multidimensional poverty between Q2 and Q3 of 2025 alone. Where the government statistician at the atuyane say eba ohia nemi a Ghana for omo free ohia nemi mo no be 360,000 where between quarter 2 and quarter 3 of 2025. That's some good news if free the government statistician however. Let me say shout out to Mr. William Manfall, who is head of mission of Ghana's embassy at Hague, and all the wonderful staff of the mission. This from a well-wisher here in Ghana, into Mr. William Manfall, head of mission, Ghana's embassy at Hague. Mate say, oh boy, Juma wo ho pa. Na Ghana for ho nso ani agye wa Juma ho enti Mr. William Manfall, head of mission, Ghana's embassy, The Hague. Have a fantastic afternoon. Oh boy, Juma, yadase papa. We say Obi. Okay, and I'll get onto the phone lines. Sisiana yedi enkomo enra unim say. Former Finance Minister of the Republic of Ghana, Ken Ofori-Atta, immigration in sense ekopie mu ewo court na our journey to April this year say omobetoa asem no enkan eso. One of the applications are lawyers na editor court na nim say be ya nka omonya asem ni nyina in camera na enkonkoya asema ebe public obi abetimi ete emu ensema mene the director legal for the NDC any enkomo lawyer Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe NA ono say CEO ewo NPA councillor kwaba na pom te saying
obi in the can is a union way share with you for now. It looks like for 2026, when I'm first time.
Yes, that's true.
Okay,
that's
let
true.
me use for platform Vina Aja Menda Asempa Ekosiisen.
Yes.
Listeners, say viewers because of online.
Sure.
Listeners and viewers. Na me bawa baso ne early this year program now we are over the weekend.
Yes, beginning the year right conference, no.
That's another pace. More than more pace it is. That engagement, I think, is a very good one.
Sure.
Sure. And maybe we peer reviewer.
Yes.
And so the opportunities are mobile and call for Aquina. Say or me to me and more at that okay. No, I share one or two concerns.
Yes.
It's very, very important.
Sure.
Make me I can say Asempa more
That's it.
And I Ghana sponsor. It does appear that we are ready a boat key at the call 6 p.m. It looks like the nation is locked down.
Yes, and thank you for those kind words. And that's some support over the years. Why that's but I mean, one thing in so a dominating media conversations na a former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta utimi follow live court setting no.
Yes, and in fact I think that's a Joy News.
Yes.
Into me follow Joy News there no.
Sure.
And I think at the point the lawyers are making an application.
Yes.
For in camera.
Yes.
I think that at that point we were all denied the opportunity of this.
Yeah.
You see, Obi, I think for the past 12 years or more or less getting to 13 years, my this law practice.
Yes.
Your legal system makes me say they are up, they are low. But generally, Osha, we have strived towards excellence. Yeah, there are few instances, and normally they are across or not. It was below expectation. But generally, I can tell you, say, your lawyer for be brave. Always look out for the right of accused person.
Yes.
Obi, let me say this. As a lawyer, one of the things is that the rights offered in Article 19 to an accused person should at no time be undermined.
Sure.
And in my little practice of the law, I've done everything to ensure that the rights of an accused person are always enhanced. And I'll give you a classic example. Okay, the NCA matter.
Yes.
In the NCA matter, I happen to be counsel for the second accused.
Okay.
And what happened in that case? And they said, "I'm not yet case now." That time, not Yamami Gloria Kutu, and I into the first prosecution witness ever court. Sadano, Oba Kota, Obe Omulidi, no, or tender documents in evidence. Obi. If you tender this document in evidence, it do me so much. All the documents in the bed tray, no one decide whether we have any objection to the tendering of this document. In some of the documents in the buyer, now I have to leave my portion at the bar. So these are court complex.
Yes.
Courtroom, the way it's structured,
sure.
Where the lawyers are.
Sure.
And where the accused person. And this was general jurisdiction 6.
Okay.
Or no, commercial court 6.
Okay.
That time now my law chamber 4.
And there were
okay. Into all the documents no mamia. Now say no ma come me clients honor. I could be saying so document when a prosecution witness a person on tender. me objective to it in open court. Into honor na it be also document where you who that. But that time, with respect, my Lord Jeba for instance, a Kobasa, Americans, once do you have any objection? You are seeing the document the first time. You are supposed to raise what quality legal representation can you give?
Yes.
What quality objection can you give? So most people will do this. In one day, that time now my uncle went up to Messi.
Okay.
Bankrupt.
Yeah.
No, so you're counsel for fifth accused. Until one Sunday, then I'm a friend and yeah, the course or court, no. Yeah, and say our clients will just be re-rolled into Sawam. Because what happened in court, because these documents are presented to you right there and there for you to raise objection, we are in for trouble. Into Juana make us a no. Mayor an application because Article 19 is also within the human rights provision.
Yes.
Mayor a separate application, human rights application within the trial.
Okay.
For discovery of all the documents the prosecution intends to rely on.
Okay.
One I also know. And the Obama may back up into another for first fifth accused. And into the next Monday, and you file applications. Tuesday, it's not your yes case, no, or near Tuesdays, Thursdays. You call 10 a.m. and near phone 2 p.m. 4 hours continuous. Which means effectively we are doing 2 hours every week.
Yes.
Because Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays, me and co. Because now me make clients no call for dialysis into me and co.
Okay.
Into Tuesdays, Thursdays, me course at the end of 4 hours continuous, 10 to 2 p.m. Into the week, we do 8 hours. Into your call Tuesday, and I tell my Lord, so my Lord, and then though our journey proceedings today for this purpose, no, my Lord, Mr. There were applications for discoveries. No, that's not the business for the day. Into offensive prosecution to continue to lead their witness. Thursday, when we come, I can move my application in the bad Thursday. It's a bad Thursday, no, Obi, and usual Attorney General, FILA, Nancy David in the opposition, Mekaipa Media, Richard Jambi in the deposit to the affidavit. That I know Attorney General.
Yes.
And airport. Me moving the application. BPR. AG by and also where a family trial. If it was a trial by indictment, that is when discovery would have been permitted. No. As early as 1993, Uganda crowd, Uganda crowd criminal trial, no more discoveries. 93. As at 2018, Ghana, we are struggling to have discoveries in criminal trial, particularly family trial. In the boom, AG. I'm a lecturer, Evelyn Kilson, in the very opposite the application with Madam Gloria Kupo in court. That fought. My Lord, so we share the provisions of Article 19, 2G and C now. I can say the accused person should be afforded reasonable opportunity to prepare and facilities to prepare his defense. What kind of defense can you put when you don't even know what you are facing? But I want to say this. My Lord J. Bafo saw the wisdom in the application. And when I raised the issue, said to the point the Attorney General has raised a rival constitutional interpretation of Article 19, I will invoke Article 132 And you know, Article 132 can say, in the course of any proceeding, if an issue of interpretation
arises, yes,
the court shall
stay
and refer.
Yes.
Into me raising here, so by it's a human rights action, so it's proper within this high court to give. So my lord, with the greatest respect, that's not the case. A, B, C, D. Miami, I say Miami case, I'm here as
Zanato,
and you can home edit not so very well. Of the man the ruling. Thankfully, on my ruling, and I also know he agrees with me. So he will stay proceedings and refer the matter to Supreme Court for interpretation and further direction. And in the bed, Eugene Raffo Bonnie decision.
Yes.
On discoveries in criminal matters. Thankfully, the Chief Justice
and so the practice direction,
so immediately the decision came, she added the practice direction. In all criminal matters,
sure,
be it at the district court, circuit court, high court, high profile, low profile, whatever, discoveries are permitted.
Are permitted now.
That is how we are supposed to elevate the protection offered any accused person. Obi, anybody can be an accused person. Anybody. Look, you can be the most cautious person. You can just be driving. You didn't know. Traffic lights is here at Samaba. You are an accused person. Anything can happen. And so it's important that we ensure that the protection of an accused person is elevated to a different position. You see, President John Dramani Mahama or a consummate constitutionalist, or you be or the 1992 Constitution. In fact, Constitution no man abe president ene. It's not by any way to undermine the current constitutional arrangement and the opportunities offered any accused person. But we have had to take us back to this because you see, sometimes it's all about assurance. Who say all the rights, the opportunities will be offered him without exception. Look, Obi, what's your constitutional history? Let me start from the year 2000. President Rawlings is here more.
And I believe that council, can't wait now to ground the facts. Enra Ken lawyers application for the whole process to be held in camera, no? To support that application, and I say they had the right to do that, and I say to present the facts. I say Ken jitum no bagana all the protections are here under law as an accused person. No, or mine already say the bemano.
May can assist to say Obi should Ken voluntarily come to Ghana. Nobody, absolutely nobody, would undermine any of the constitutional rights he's entitled to. Nobody. And let me say this. The current Attorney General, minimum, or LLB, Ghana.
Yes.
Or LLM, Michigan. PhD, Stanford.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. Yes.
The deputy, the senior, Dr. Justice Rimsai, LLB Ghana, Eko Harvard in Naka. Now, you see, when you are trained from the University of Ghana Faculty of Law, you respect the law. I am a product of the Faculty of Law of the University of Ghana. We respect the law. What are they?
Yes.
And let me tell you, see, from 1992.
But Council Unim said, I agree with you about, the training at University of Ghana, Edema students are passing through the law faculty. But this Attorney General has come under heavy criticism, said, Omeki prejudicial comments dodo in his press conferences, and that maybe is influencing the whole decisions if we can and the lawyers but say or back to Ghana. They are not sure say umenya fair trial. Don't you agree, sir? Some of those commentaries from the agent are problematic.
In the specific case of Ofori-Atta, what prejudicial comment has the attorney been? So that we put context to every conversation. In the specific case of Mr. Ofori-Atta, the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana has not officially even started any investigation related to him.
Yeah, about news file, not see investigation, say, because of SML,
in fact,
yes.
But for further probing from the senior Samson Land,
yes.
No disclosing at their end. That is the nature.
Absolutely.
But no crown or exercise a lot of caution. So on person will disclose the details.
Yes.
That's not prejudice.
Yes.
Currently, what is live is a case conducted
by the OSP.
By the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Yes.
Incidentally, an office, the act was assented to by no other person but President Nana Addo Dankwa somewhere October 2017.
Sure.
I do not want to believe that at the time the office was set up, it was set up to withstand anybody. Was that why it was set up?
No, I don't think so.
Perfect. Two, the current occupant of that office, that's the SP, was appointed, nominated, went through a parliament that had majority MPs, correct?
Yes.
Thankfully, he even has a fixed term of 7 years. So I'm sure in the next 2 years, he should be ending his 7 years. Non-renewable.
Yeah, non-renewable, yes.
So if you look at the case currently before our court, it's an office conducted by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Correct. Let me do a sharp contrast. In the year 2000, Nana Addo Dankwa was Ghana's Attorney General, 2001.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
You know, he started as Attorney General, got the serious fraud office, which later changed into Economic and Organized Crime Office.
Yes.
When you say he, as Attorney General, commenced and concluded the trial involving the then Finance Minister, Richard Kwame.
Yes.
Soccer.
Yes.
Look, from the year 2001, all our Attorney Generals have one way or the other, all our finance ministers have one way or the other gone through one criminal investigation or the other. First of all, I gave the example of the Honorable Richard Kwame. He even went through trial. You remember quality grade. You remember?
Yes, I do.
Go and look at when the serious fraud office did that investigation. The public commentary involving quality grade. Look, to the extent that to even incite public against the accused person, the government at that time even did a documentary showing former President Rawlings, right? In a helicopter with Mrs. Julia Court. the promoters of the quality grain company.
Yes.
Just to show that's the level. What we say in that trial, may he so rest in peace. For Samuels, at that time he was sitting at British Columbia. What we say he came down as defense witness. What we say the then former vice president became a defense witness and was cross-examined in our court.
In open court.
In open court, before His Lordship Justice Dixon Kwame Afre, may he so rest in peace. Due process. Due process. What do we say? Mr. Nana Osafo-Maafo.
Yes.
The first finance minister for President Kufuor. After President Kufuor left office in 2009, do you know he went through criminal investigation? In fact, let me tell you something. It was through Nana Osafo-Maafo's case that serious fraud office became Yoko. Because at that time, I'm a lawyer, and they Godfrey Adame. And Omo invite say serious fraud office. No raising issues here and there. So they went to court, challenging the work of Yoko and the crime and the offense it can investigate. That is what resulted in the decision to remodel SFO to expand its legal scope, resulting in Yoko. That's the brief background about it. Then, in 2000, when NDC left, 2015, 2017, the finance minister, the last finance minister, who was he? Was it not
Sektekpe? Yes.
Look, there were two major criminal investigations involving Sektekpe, of which I was privy to. At a point, Sektekpe could not travel without going to the police CID for permission to travel. Yes. Who was the president then? Was it Nana
Akufo-Addo, sure.
I remember vividly. Right? Sektekpe went through it quietly. And yet, American
But counsel,
let me tell you something. What do you say?
Yes.
Immediately Nanado became president. I think the IGP then was he was a relatively young and vibrant IGP.
When Nanado came in?
Yes.
Was it not IGP? Adi Nanado be yi no.
No. The Nanado didn't buy it.
Oh, okay.
He has an account name.
Was it Apietu?
Apietu, Richard Anado, this Apietu or something.
Yes.
Good. Including the IGP Apietu, he set up a different unit within the CID called the Forensic Financial Unit. The Forensic Financial Unit. And put Madame Regina Penge or something to head it. I appeared with my clients before the chief on a Mary ambulance Sagleme.
Oh, okay.
In fact, at a point, I was going there daily. Yes. Look.
Yeah, but counsel, now my question say, in all of this, criminal investigations can be conducted without necessarily having the suspect not present. In the case of the OSP, the OSP tells us that why any investigations even without Ken being around, and that's how come or file charges against him assembly court, and that court case can run without Ken necessarily being present. Why the focus on having Ken around? Why?
what's the essence of accountability if it's done in your absence?
Yeah, but the accountability will be done in court. And Nuntina, assembly court.
No, you see.
Okay.
You see, if Ken were to be here.
Yes.
Listen to me carefully.
Mitiopa.
If Ken were to be here. And he went through the investigative process.
Yes.
Offered his statement. The prosecutor can come to the conclusion that based on your explanation, based on the statement you've offered, you should not be an accused person.
Yes.
We even think that you should be a prosecution witness. What about that?
Yeah, that's also true.
So what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Yeah, but the reverse is also true. That
no, so that is why I'm saying so we should not create the impression that there is only one irresistible conclusion. Once you partake in a criminal investigation. Albeit, and you see, our criminal investigative processes over the period are not ad hominem. Why? When the NPP came to power, let me give you an example. The current Attorney General, he woke up one morning, okay?
Yes.
Armed police officers from the forensic financial unit of the CID have surrounded his house. You are under arrest. We are investigating because as Deputy Attorney General, you offered the legal opinion related to America. The power purchase agreement with America. You, as Deputy AG, will see your signature under the legal opinion. For that matter, you are under arrest. He was arrested. They took all his electronic gadgets. They took all of them to London. This company, Crowe and Associates, they gave all the documents to Crowe and Associates. I represented him. I went for the items when I was called that Crowe and Associates is done with their investigation. I should come for the documents. They did the investigation. No wrongdoing was found. And that is what it ended. 2, the former president of the Republic of Ghana, now president of Ghana, was not investigated by the office
by
of the
OSP. Yes.
Together with his lawyer, appeared before the OSP. His statement was taken. Didn't that happen? In fact, curiously, the one who asked for that investigation to be done
was the sitting president at the time. Yes. Now, information out of my, Edudzi, not just former President Mahama at the time, on no OSP offices.
I am telling you that he appeared before the OSP.
He himself?
He himself, with his lawyer. President Mahama himself. His statement was taken. You are surprised? Exactly. At the end, the OSP issued a statement clearing him of wrongdoing. So, I am saying that it is Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta who has made it difficult for law enforcement officers to even consider his side of the story. He's made it extremely difficult. All investigators will do, unless of course you are telling me that the investigators have already gotten a preconceived conclusion. That cannot be the case. I know Kisi Ejaben too well. Again, he taught me criminal law at the law faculty. We worked in the same law firm, Ayeni and Partners. Before he left, he set up his own law firm.
His own law firm.
I don't think you set up to hunt Mr. Ofori-Atta. At least I'm not into clairvoyance. I cannot, at least on the face of it. What I say?
Yes.
Your presence, like others, like I told you, too serious investigation. In fact, anytime Honorable Secretary needed to travel, you call the investigators and travel. Then they say, you can go. Because of this IMF connection, not or your consultancy work. Anytime you will travel, you would have to call the investigators. I'm traveling.
But Edudzi, if the investigators know episode or more taken side of the story to determine whether even there is a prima facie issue, for which reason also proceeded to court, crime at trial.
I don't think that prima facie is a determination of prosecutors.
Oh no. They may kind of say at a more like level. Threshold, like if Oma meet it threshold, now that should be it. Inti if say a nona omopa, can't they do it in modern practice via Zoom, for example?
Why must it be different for Ken?
No, make us say all things being equal. If you hold everything to be constant, Neyamfani say untimi emma. Can it be done via Zoom, for example? That's the point.
You see, when this conversation started from the beginning, my understanding is that the OSP reached out. His lawyers ruled.
Yes.
And said he was going for medical treatment.
Medical treatment, that's true.
And give a timeline, correct?
Yes, that's true.
And give a timeline that within this time, June or something, it should be done, he will come. And yes, sir.
Yes.
The last time we heard was Ken has applied to adjust his status. That's breach of good faith. Yes. The last communication from his lawyer, Minka Primo, is to the effect that he's applied to the American authorities to adjust his status, permanent stay, green card, effectively. That is a breach of good faith. Was that what their lawyers told us from the beginning?
No.
In the beginning, the understanding was that he was going for medical treatment.
And was it in that application for status adjustment, no? And Omoka said they fear the repercussions of him coming because they don't think they would have fair trial. Was it the reason for the adjustment?
I mean, what is it that has been shown that suggests even remotely that he won't have fair trial? You see, even bias should be proven.
Absolutely.
Even bias must be proven. You cannot, on the basis of conjecture, say that there will be bias. Who is prosecuting him? Is it the Attorney General of the Republic? No. The one prosecuting him is a person appointed at the time when Ken was leading the finance minister. Is it the case that the special prosecutor, that President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, having done all the due diligence, appointed, is no longer fit and proper? How do you even tell this to an American court? If you go before an American judge and you suggest to the judge that Madam or whatever, I am being prosecuted by a person, and that person is biased towards me. All the other party needs to do is to show the person's instrument of appointment.
Sure.
The person's instrument of appointment. Yes.
But Edudzi, until now, baby, I was Siciano. If the state indeed wants him present here, our only recourse now is through the extradition process, right?
My understanding is that in the course of yesterday's proceedings, even though in camera, because there was a lawyer,
yes,
the Department of Justice and their officers, because the Republic of Ghana had put in an extradition request, that was put before the judge.
Okay.
And once that information was put before the judge demanded to see a copy of the extradition request. That completely changes the conversation. What it means is that this is no longer an immigration
issue, yes.
And you see, and if you look at Ghana's extradition treaty with the then United Kingdom, it is older than Ghana.
Yes.
It is a 1930 extradition treaty. Okay? A 1930 extradition treaty. Why do we have extradition treaties? If an accused person can just be extraterritorial and offer any information, the reason for extradition is to permit a person to have the benefit of being tried in the country requesting that. If it is the case that you can just be anywhere and say, come and investigate me, if you can't, just whatever it is, then wouldn't be the need for extradition treaty. 2, we share the 1992 Constitution in France, or say, an accused person must be tried in his presence. Okay?
Yes.
An accused person must be tried in his presence. And let me tell you my own personal experience with that provision. The Republic versus Ofori-Atta.
Yes.
Dr. Sylvester Animana and Richard Japa. There have been several instances where we have applied to the High Court that looking at the worker, Honorable Ofori-Atta Ariano, at that time ranking on finance. FM. And for instances, the IMF spring meetings. The spring meetings are
Omokono, yes.
So if he can even be permitted to go so that the trial can continue in his absence, it never happened.
The court made a determination on that?
Yes.
And I believe, sir, AG opposes our application, all right?
Absolutely. In fact, Godfrey Dami opposed it. In the Ofori-Atta matter, he was coming to court himself.
Yes.
I can also tell you a reverse, another judge's view on the matter. But today, let me just say that at least our courts have taken the view that constitutional provision should be given for all intents and purposes. It bears construction appear. And you see, there's a reason why that must happen. Without that, there wouldn't be anything called bail.
Yes.
And that is why for a bail application, it is basically to enforce attendance. Unless otherwise determined. And that is why when you make a bail application, you say, oh my Lord, so and so is not flight risk.
Yeah.
So and so is not this. So and so is not this. If you permit him, you attend upon the court anytime this. And in some instances, the court will say, okay, you know what? We admit him to bail in the sum of this. We admit him to this. Look, another issue that has come up, Obi, has always been the question about bail sum.
And also, acquire one issue, say, or Jitumna or Bakra, ABA, Ioka, Freno, and answer police CID, a Freno, and answer any of the other state investigative agencies, a Frena. The bail condition, or whatever, Tohono. And you obey them there 1 month.
I'll give you 2 examples. So, your law firm represents Honorable Dr. Kwabena Dufo.
Yes.
Who is Dr. Kwabena Dufo in Ghana here?
Former finance minister. Former Bank of Ghana governor.
Former deputy governor.
Yes.
An astute businessman. Distinguished Ghanaian. Correct.
Yes.
Then the Unibank matter happened. So okay.
Mikaipa.
Again, counsel for him. Johanna, Attorney General, apply to the High Court expert for arrest warrant of Mr. Dr. Kwabena Dufo. Even though it was expert, I got wind of it. So I went to the High Court, Commercial Court 1. At that time, my Lord Justice Asiedu in Anel. But the case was assigned to my Lord Justice Bright Mensah, then Justice of the Court of Appeal with additional responsibility. Into me do court on and so. Into my Lord Asiedu. And the two of them, they are alike. They can bear me out. Into my Lord Asiedu left in the chambers and giving way to my Lord Bright Mensah to handle the matter. So, a ex-party application for arrest warrant for Dr. Kwabena Dufo. And so, my Lord, the practice is that even when the application is ex-party and the party is aware, at least allow him to be heard. And to the extent that lawyers for him are here. It may pay my Lord Asiedu Cho. The messenger say, on say my Lord Bright Mensah no no chambers no. So we lawyers, myself and Senior Fred Duche, we are here to represent Dufo, and so there is no need for the arrest warrant. If the Republic is in need of him, we can unveil him. So there wouldn't be the need for an arrest warrant. My Lord Bright said, my Lord Asiedu a yes party, so he just want to hear it in chambers. And that's how come an arrest warrant was issued for the arrest of Dr. Kwabena Dufo. Guess what? Eventually, when we went to court, the first day, the counts were read. He pleaded not guilty. So we made an application for bail. Application for bail. My Lord Bright Mensah put the bill at 100 million Ghana cedis to be justified. Yes. And yes, will be an account. I was there. And I'm telling you this. The application for bail for him. And I say, oh, my Lord, with the greatest respect, this is Dr. Dufo. He served this republic well. Deputy governor, governor, finance minister, an astute businessman with a fixed place of abode. Not any other place, but Airport residential area. So please, the man is getting to 80-something years or so. He's no flight risk at all. Sebi, ofi kumewu. Ofi nkrango kumewu no obeko. It's a chopper. A Lord say 100 million
Ghana cedis
to be justified.
Wow.
So, Mekai, and I said no. Na Yemame Gloria Kufu was the IAG. So she was in court. And I said, oh, Madam, this is Dr. Dufo. For Christ's sake, where is he going at his advanced age? Put in a word for us. That was it. So we came back and pleaded with my Lord. Said, oh, my Lord, since your ink has not dried out please do something about the bail sum.
Okay.
No, okay. What? You'll bring it to 65 million. So from 100 million
to 65 million.
65 million Ghana cedis. So that night, you made senior Jaime in the car and Kwani do for. Ibo Jaime or find a wig and then a gown, and they told the way moon or coin are coming in. Dr. Do for Neba, the first son, I think Kofi or something. In the file, the documents on Star Assurance or Star Insurance, and in your manner, Many Dr. Do for a fee court complex, commercial court registry, about 8 p.m. Yes. 2. Okay, banking sector cleanup. Mike Ninaku.
Yeah, Mike.
Okay, Beach Bank.
Yeah, Beach, sure.
Yes. Before my Lord Justice is here. The bail application. Obi.
On some of conditions saying.
Obi, who online also?
Me wa hapa.
Okay. Me pese mankind the record of proceedings amount. Obi. Make me a kind of records.
Yes.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay. By court. After having heard both Mr. Adusya and the prosecution, the accused is hereby granted bail, subject to the following conditions. A. The bond is fixed in the sum of 200 million Ghana cedis, with 3 sureties, 2 to be justified by the deposit of documents covering landed property to the tune of the bond amount, which assets must be verified to be so valued by AEXL. What is AEXL?
Yeah.
Or the Land Valuation Board / authority. He may also deposit government bonds. B. Once the accused is released on bail, he shall appear before the investigator every Monday and Friday. C. He is also to deposit his passport at the registry of this court before he is released. D. Disclosure shall be filed by the 9th December 2022 at 12 noon. Case management shall be held on 22nd December 2022 at 9:30 a.m. Justice Efiasewa Asari-Botwe, Justice of the High Court.
In way in Yinakudi, Meduji, is that not why maybe when we saw.
Hold on.
No, maybe because of time.
Let me give you something else. So eventually, Yinaku went to the Court of Appeal.
Yes.
The Court of Appeal considered an application made by him and varied the bail conditions. Okay. From 200 million to 20 million Ghana cedis.
Oh, wow.
So, you see the rule of law.
Yeah, but that's why I thought, sir, when we saw similar things happening last year, maybe practitioners like you should have. I was saying, Kamokasa, say what's happening is not cool.
No,
especially.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen. At the personal level, I've always advocated that bail should not be used. Because I remember when the Dufour matter happened, I said, my Lord, with the greatest respect, a bail at 100 million, even though you say you've granted it, it's an implied refusal.
Yeah.
I've always advocated for bail.
For bail.
Yes. Based on my own personal experiences.
Okay, Counsel, we have to wrap up. My final question would be, sir, from where we are now, say extradition process na straightforward, sir. In fact, even on the immigration issue, the ENRA, it's been adjourned to April. That's some 3 months from now. And we don't know if Ken will be coming anytime soon. What should the state, in this case, the AGB, say for OSP, the case is still in court, even with Ken's absence, other accused persons, they were high and all of that. That case will still travel in court. But say AG will be investigating there. What should he do? On also an investigation on court, and I say Yen Chema Ken Enru Krumha answer in 2 minutes here. No, me pacho.
Oh, the former senior mechanism, senior partner,
yes,
and former lecturer. Dr. Dominica Cotinga is a very experienced legal practitioner.
Okay.
He has a lot of strategies under his sleeve. At this point, I think an advice from me is beyond my pay grade.
Okay.
I'll permit him to do what is expected of him. Yeah.
Very well. And would you also say, sir, in the absence of Ken, matters involving Ken, yen to me investigations.
Oh, I don't see if it involves other people. Why not?
Okay. Okay.
It is, unless of course it is only him. You understand?
Yes.
If it involves other people,
then the investigations can go on.
I'll ask you, you can chew corn and still walk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Kojo Frimpong, Ebusa question, or say, Obi, can't they take his statement and explanations when he is not in the country? And that, I think, it relates to Zoom question.
One who says, yes. In criminal trial, there's something called arrest.
Yes.
In the old practitioners, cow. They will touch your body.
Yes.
And say you are under
arrest.
And then read to you the fact that you have the right to remain silent.
Absolutely.
And anything that you say. How are you going to do that via Zoom? Regrettably, your criminal procedure at 30. At that time, said you not Zoom anymore.
Yes.
And so when they were formulating the law and those times, the manner in which it was formulated didn't anticipate this advancement in technology.
Sure.
And there had not been any amendments since. So in a criminal trial process, you can commence arrest by doing this via Zoom. You can even call the person on the FaceTime.
And taking of the accused person's plea and
I was lucky. I had two very distinguished criminal procedure lecturers, Madame Evelyn Kilson, and Yvonne Atakra. Fantastic two lecturers in criminal procedure.
But I had three lecturers in Timinya. Justice Sewa Ubonidi.
Okay.
Yes, Fia Sewa Minya.
Yes, so on for a long time, no a prosecutor.
Sure. Indeed, solid lecturer.
Yes, I was very privileged. I had these two strong ladies were my criminal procedure.
Okay. I got Sewa Boche, I got Francis Obri, and I got
my Lord.
Yeah, my Lord Francis Obri, and I got Jambibi.
Okay.
Jambibi, we have three lecturers for criminal procedure.
Interesting. Richard.
Sure. Yeah, Richard Jambibi. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting.
Honorable Frances Esiam say Ochiao.
Hey, Mechano. I know what to say.
I'm sure, sir. Nehoya, Papa. I'm sure, sir.
I better come back.
Very well. Council, my Nasi, I think your perspectives have been really helpful. Bibiania, you best have been comobio. Why? But even before you go, do you think or more air call say he who comes with equity must come with clean hands, and that the AG should first take steps to bring Edudzi Tamakloe down and sana this whole Ofori-Atta the Watimi Ayehudede. What do you think about that? And also briefly,
I think the two have their own perspective.
Okay.
One, there was a trial. There is a conviction.
Yes.
In fact, the question maybe we should be asking is, when did she leave the store? The previous administration, what did they do about the extradition? Right?
Yes.
So what really is, where is the equity? What equity are they talking about? It is not the case under Dr. Eni that she left. Nwakashu, these two events happen under Eni. And those are the equities. So what equities are we talking about?
Yeah, but because no trial has happened, conviction has happened, sentence has happened. No.
First of all,
our focus is to get him to come and serve a sentence.
First of all,
that is the argument.
First of all, there has already been processes put in place to get her back by the previous administration.
Sure, that's true.
For which the current Attorney General
is continuing.
In all his public, engagement, had made it clear that he followed through with those ones. So in terms of the equities, I mean, he's just on the same line.
Okay.
So I don't see where the big deal is.
Okay.
With respect.
Okay. Council, Mame Nasi Bibiani Ebesi in Komobio. Why?
That's it.
Director of Legal Affairs for the NDC, Edudzi Tamakloe, Esquire. He doubles as the MPA CEO. Brian Boabin says, Obi, tell Edudzi to continue working tirelessly to ensure that fuel prices come down further and to leave the Ken matter in the hands of Dr. 6040. Ken will return after he has exhausted all the legal avenues available to him. Even Edudzi's issue annoys me more than Ken's. Samuel Brian Boabin. Edudzi will come to the studio one of these days, or by I don't know, we'll talk NPA and the Ababidi MPA home common kwa. But and then we wanted to pick his thoughts on the Ekosiisen with Ken Ofori-Atta and all the other matters arising. But we'll get him into mean him say a lot is happening on the fuel price front. I mean, any identity Yebenyan will studio and then one-on-one on NPA. We say Obi, how could they prosecute him without him being involved in the investigations? Because with Edudzi's case, she was properly investigated and taken to court before she left. Could you ask him for me? Gusty man in Brekum Gusty, and that's why the AG believes Ken has to be here in person for the investigations to go on. Now, for your mashe say, omo de nebeko court and now say omo mfano enko court. Hi, Obi. Currently, the use of Ken referred to Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan. Please kindly clarify the Ken as Ken Ofori-Atta, former finance minister David D. Tokoli. The minority in parliament na omo a started a campaign, if you like, say omanpenyinhwe na ompam foreign affairs minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. Deputy ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee, Honorable Asafo Ejeyi, or MP for Bosome Freho constituency. Honorable, too bad. Honorable Ahomana Teko, will work the lines and get him back. Now, we are on the move motion, no, in Parliament. Inti, Eddie and come on that and sunny the discussion segment no abremo ba wa adwentra 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. That's a WhatsApp number. I'll bet me the messages are bringing Asempa FM community sport quiz no for the year 2026 enche pahon toma. And we want to test your ultimate sports knowledge. Which team has the most World Cup trophies? Who holds the record for the fastest tennis serve? A competition covering everything sport, from basketball, soccer, cricket, Formula 1 and more. If you think you can be the best, come and prove it. Into a Asempa FM community sport quiz. Meka details no Eddie Atremo. Honorable Akwabe Ekosiisen suni.
Oh, senior, me do so na mpomwe.
Nyame adome ho ye papa na onzo
challenge ho ye. Ntata eguso.
Yes. Na enra a press conference na mo ye na say na a statement on the floor na we make here.
Oh, parliament me mamindi kan chiao. Na minchia weti force. Na mema wa fishapa. Afiwe me say afeni edikan ye din komo.
Sure.
Timo wa fishapa.
Sure, me also.
Parliament enyan everything entino enyan traffic. So we even made some points that say nyame buana ye ba first week February. Some of the points and the issues we've raised ye be raised and ye bisa ho asem ewo floor ne so.
Oh, okay.
In parliament and I'm making here, but it was at the precinct of parliament and I'm here press conference.
Oh, okay. And mo call ne say Omampenyi empam foreign affairs minister.
Madaroma can say more yesre Omampenyi.
Na mo say saint no ne san adenti no mpam no.
Obi menda wa biom na mechia. In fact, no semutie na mo follow ye. Obi say we give a certain pattern. And ye to your boss church and send back kumienu sabia. Ye gidi say it is the grounds for the call now. Yenian mo be enumbi parliamentary delegation be echo fine Israel. In fact, to be crack no so cry kwan akoshe sa pilgrims we ni bi no so ka. Then they were delayed overly about 5 hours at the airport. In fact, na so any niama wa ekesi no na so any. But quickly then we saw the foreign minister Bontin abe issue friend saying statement. Clearly within the statement it says ono we deport Israelis miensa omuso ba be piwo Kotoka International Airport adentiana because of nia esi wo hono. Oh, your friend is Obi. I say near here. In fact, minority is not against the fact that Yenian will be acquired him normal treatment be a na Obi. Oh, sorry, Adna Akasa Amom and a prepape among. We are not against it. That is reciprocal. We are not against it. But inherent in that reciprocal, so there is an emotional balance which is part of the principles you must friends evoke. Obi, so betia Israel for Babe Kache and say the whole issue needs a minister ebufuye na deporting Israel for me and son was a purely consular issue. Obi utia say a consular issue. Obi ba mitum na ninkata semwa na se ni niema bia wo so deba NCC so na me pese metia se ansa na mama ne wura mitum. Obi what the consular issue and wo mo kan say yen embassy a what Tel Aviv wo man reach out to the embassy and say embassy no emwa wo mo resolve science no yen embassy no ampemwa. In fact na Israeli ambassador owo Ghana or any Ghana. So Obi Bisa said, why this haste? And then we hear BBC. In fact, people or other countries will feel that no, these people they are not dependable. I mean, their temperament you cannot measure. And some of these things we mentioned it. Ubetimiaye, enimuenimuya and Obi, ya be bon semwamao. Ufatu followers for social media abadge also. But you see, there is a far-reaching consequences in the future, which you must note. And Minjim said, Obeda Samoa would have taken the decision, Honorable Ablakwatu. Minjim said, Anatete would have done that. Minjim said, Mohammed Mumuni would have taken that action. Minjim said, Sheria Yokoboke would have taken that action. Minjim said, friend is saying, Beho would have taken that position he took. And sometimes, in some way, we are saying, and Ghana, you clearly your status non-aligned. But in some Tiniba, your minister prepared one kasa, the job say Ujabakwafa. The job say anyway kabum. Sometimes you feel that then some of your friends, some of your allies would even ask you, say, Obi, what is your position now? Foreign ministry policy, no, and the in fact, me response be machine kind of be but it appears to me as though some of them who are responding, Obi, they are not even responding to the content, they are responding to headlines. Obi, mami if I won't quit you. Me they will communist and Nankasa page so the Facebook page. Or update January 6, 2026. Se ube producers no so be koni page ni so ase na se bi mi twan kontompo a
okay
ube boa me na wa ma me to adedi we your no nkasa ni page country subject to visa bonds so bi ma me share the and share dia 6 January we are
yes
and a US de some visa sanctions bi buy so visa sanctions not say and my wa list no se bi se wo ba ho a and some of them are visa no udisika be $15,000 na be to ase as a guarantee na se collateral and some ya ma visa no it is a okono ambabio mu a e bi esika no na akabo ana bibisa menim se na kiremu ye otwi mu
okay watch
it mo di list we buy no na Ghana enta ho tio and a minister ne koye post say as many more countries face U.S. visa sanctions and 15,000 visa bond, Ghanaians can be assured that the Mahama administration will continue to pursue mutually beneficial foreign policy objectives and aligned with our strategic national interest, and that ensures our citizens are not disadvantaged. Trust us to keep fighting for you.
Yes.
For God and country.
Yes.
Obi, this is a minister who is telling us how the Mahama government worked so hard to avoid or to prevent us being on this list. Celebrating.
And supposed to know on the 8th January. 8th January.
But the update was on 6th January. Let us know about Bontin, communication way from Washington about 6th January. And people me say, for the fact that we are saying that, and I say, as part of the things we are claiming, say, visa sanctions, migrant visa sanctions were over their boy.
Yes. We
should blame the minister. No? Now, how do we control the decision of America? How do we determine or how do we influence what America do? And now we influencing the America and I'll be celebrating the America here. And I'll be my question now so what were you celebrating? What were you strategically discussing? What was the Mahama administration strategically assuring us of? Yes, I didn't know. From what the majority chair and as a majority group from I've read Manasseh's post, I've listened to some of the LDC people. Then from what they did, they are telling us that the decision to even revert the 5-year, the 3-month visa back to the 5 years, the NDC and the Mahama and Okujeto did nothing about it. They had no influence. Obi, me point now, me do not to me. They had no influence. Because if you had influence and you celebrated those ones, you had influence and you were jubilating over the visa bond. 1 week after visa bond, immigrant visa,
and also buy.
And we are making a point that this one has far-reaching consequences. Obi, so we always see a cherry, and me teach a baby man. Look, you say remittance a free abrochi and Ghana from all sorts of places. 6.6 billion of unions
annually. Yes.
Annually.
Yes.
American sika 2.5 billion. Obi, you are aware, say, 2.5 billion. So change budget here. Okujeto ministry, foreign ministry, annually. So change health ministry. So change your friend is local government. So change ministry the sika. Obi sa 2.5 billion we enye bosia wo. Enye bosia wo. Enye Ghana form printing kwa o mate. Ahesu a o makọ. Awomu a o mate. Sabi to duma o mo je. Ene o mo deba. And before you can work and bring those remittances, he said, "Oh, sir, in Kratanwa, ne yede tabwa toswa." Some people have gone through all the interview. They have paid all money that is legally expected of them to pay, only to wake up in the morning. Now, Washington is telling them that we no longer trust Ghana, so we are putting you on hold indefinitely. Obi, change the school fees. Ewo ne maame ni nua ne papa bi ne wofa bi ho se bebo obi ten nka aye adwuma no wetimi aba behwe fie ne maame nro bi wo ho e wo se ye de ma no no num na ne ho ato no se duro ne sika na fia broche na min time mo yawo se bio ye nua bema mi ankasa me idol dadumba ye tie se ne ye na di eduro e free approach le brano na eduro ne sika na ye. Where then when you say Kanato? So these it's real impact that affects ordinary Ghanaian lives. Obi ni abetimi na mabrochiri na police for action. How am so we action o document we me Ghana ni afa na me busu ya me document ya holding indefinitely ni ya bona befie ni wa ya die busu ya sa sikoku ene de ni koyo. So the thing, Obi, non-migrant visa and can't you bet me any visa, any tourist visa. Now the tourist they pay any Ekosiisen. But this one, this is a brilliant young so, and that is why we feel that no. So it means, and you see, some of these things, it is an amalgamation of a Nyama, why and now send your omeno here. Obi. Yeah, but unfortunately, the Americans are my reasons why Ghana was our list. So, Obi me das you. Obi, oh, friend, me cannot be because you're too good. Me das. Oh, my reason. Yes. Niana ya was celebrating. My reason, Tina was celebrating. Dabi. And the other. Yawo insenu yankyerɛ wo sɛ ukasa bi a wokae oniama bi a woyɛɛ oniye bi a woyɛɛ nti ana sɛsɛbi wani monyam bi ana ukotu bi a yɛfɛ enti ne de maawo ɛna wo ba bɛka kyerɛ Ghana fo sɛ yɛmmɔ nsɛm ma mahama ban na wayɛ adeɛ sɛ wetimi de visa na ba 5 years no wetimi ayɛ ne multiple yɛmmɔ nsɛm ma mahama sɛ your friend is saying visa bond no we dey buy no $15,000 no ye nka Ghana nka na Ghana Muhammad ne okuje to na edi nkomo papa ama yetimi enya na the way dey buy na ka ho na se nkomo no ntimi eni oh okay ntimi eni sangomo ni bio ana then eko buy omo ho eni adansi a ye kasam no ku bi dia adansi and ye dey cheba one other thing finally will be say o share Abaiwea, and we're in reference to Kasa, what's a foreign minister, a Kasa sometimes on Tonebo na or Dikaya in Sema Tuja or reference saying and say, more example back. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Unim say just last 6 months, and EU for a boy, a basso, a Maya, noble partner. And EU for young fight dying. Yes. And young Fakitwa. In fact, and these friends of foreign relations policies are Yehudian and Munyama Yekita and Ababeduso. EU is a major ally. Gaza semi buy, they did propose that beto. EU had a different position. They had a different position. No, said no, Gaza should be built by Gaza for. One month, assembly ye NC denial. No, minister na ba kasa supporting proposal. Let's just say you ally no we jawala let you we jawo and oko. It is your konya sema. E be den no ma kebiama. No ma kebiama. Now, do you think that they will move a pin to support you? No. But William said the NDC as a party, and a matter of public record said they are
leftist in the ideology and unim
so obi se okasa na na person say ye non-aligned
position.
Non-aligned na ye die tire. Oh no, ye NDC ni tu die tire bi.
Oh no, the American say yes, yeah, non-aligned way na ewo ho. But I was saying that the party now are former binding so leftist and unim those with leftist inclination, no, about Gaza, about US relationship with Israel, Gaza, about the Caribbeans, about South America, US new relation. Now you know how the leftists
Obi, the question we are asking you is that does the NDC inclination overrides the position or the foreign affairs position of the country
of Ghana? No.
Of Ghana?
No, it shouldn't.
No, and one thing I may say, I was too much in our casa. The issue is not about Ghana speaks to. Like I told you, Ghana speaks too quickly, Ghana speaks too absolutely, Ghana speaks too recklessly, and Ghana speaks too alone, entirely alone. They don't stand with anyone. That is our problem. That is our problem.
And
Mr. Obi, you will find a chief diplomat of this country on the social media banter, chief diplomat on the social media banter with a senator. You know, TV say, your friend Mohammed Mumuni Beyes Adiwi. Anna Victor Beyes Adiwi. Anna Kwame Nkrumah Beyes Adiwi. Anna Shelia Yokobuchi Beyes Adiwi. Don't do it. That is why we feel that no, the temperament of the minister is not fit for the portfolio. Not fit for the portfolio.
Omanpenyi man in Quatranche on Fanny Pavo.
Oh, dear, on Fanny Pavo before, or bit me a dear, you know. Yes, that's all you go bad. No, he's good, fine brain, he's very intelligent. He can reassign him to somewhere else. But baby, or one is yet. On one case, I show an easy because send your person you're not there, and yes, I know how to be a deal. If you have parents and what you know. Oh, that's what Pentacles are showing no more born prince. No, the way elder. Prince is new course, so one of the sacred and the deity prince. No about Bass and near Boninia. Junto.
All right. And you know, also you would escalate concerns when Parliament resumes. Mobe raise you on the floor, right?
Oh yes, obviously. Obi say Obe share request no more. Yankasa keke. The proposals lead to her, which say objective, not if foreign relations nasia.
Yes.
You will not just throw it away because it is coming from
the minority.
You will look into it. Obi say they can say establish a high level technical working group with any US foreign side no. They share the outstanding issues. Migration documentation, and consular operations. Establishes again. Now, two, tit for tat policy now. You need Zaya Nasi, a mindful in Ababeso, to Ghana, the Obon of the Bobi. Sadly, you free ho. Now, say, you appoint a special envoy for the diaspora and migration affairs. Now, say, that's our special envoy, unreported directly to the president. In fact, yes, also can say. President Mahama envoy no onye obi a the new yam international stage so onye obi a say be opi
na just envoy na beje foreign affairs minister adwuma ya na
there be and say is envoy say your friend say papa is on share
Sahel no
no the foreign minister adwuma ya
say another envoy they not just say ote na ye jeje na situmi nyina no wakwa sim papa ni
adwuma no so chain no just say you want to change and I said the temperament of the year Jumano and yeah no near the year Juma was also it will be best that we get somebody who is a bit matured, who is a bit diplomat why yeah Jumana check or experience no because your minister sincerely speaking you can tell Mr. Metimiaka say they are when your friend is a diploma work to be a sada a parliament no tonight and no yeah ranking member or just senior Jumano. But that is why they say that. Look, diplomacy is saying everything but appearing not to say anything. You know what is language in Asia? You are saying everything, but you are not saying anything. So we must be measured. And then the bonus move is a pampa homaswa or pamason. And then the bonny move and ye muntia because ye minister we are obedient for mammy as of with it.
Yes,
mammy.
Yes.
And then me my bind. in fact, me nyam so for so bia. Don't mind any bebenyam. And
Okay.
you will bear me witness there. This is about the second or third time we are raising issues on the posting, on the mannerism,
Yes.
on the temperament, on the emotions of the minister. This is about the second time. So, for your friend is saying, in base media, they can incite, but the social media, I mean, can be incited to do me who manas as you again and say, one kind of no kind of cabatias and country.
Very well. Honorable, my nase na yenhwe maybe mu resume na mu taking a step further. You be science ready home komobio. Why? Yeah, that's a pa. That's the yes. That's the deputy ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee. Na Asafwe J. Aye or MP Bosome Freho constituency in the Ashanti region.